what I'm shooting for. You don't have to close it. Oh. Okay, good. I gotta put it in my car. Otherwise, I'll leave it here. Live from New York. Okay, I'm on Dherbs YouTube, but I don't see anything. Dherbs YouTube. Okay. Well, that's good. It's about time we go live. Everyone, this is called the Cleansing University. Everything that you wanted to know and anything that you wanted to know about cleansing, I will answer today. And this is not going to be a one-time discussion. This is something that we plan on doing every single week. So if you have a question about cleansing, how can you lose weight, any kind of health issues whatsoever, if Dherbs has, our herbal formula or information that can help your body to heal, I'm here for you. So please ask your questions. And we're kind of just waiting for everyone to fall in as much as possible. We are currently being broadcasted on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Message from Let's see. Trying to see what we got going on. Are people? Oh, okay. Yeah. Hello, hello, hello. It works 100%. Absolutely. The cleanse, to be honest, the cleanse is probably one of the best products on the market today to really help your body to heal. It really, really is. You see, when I look down, I hate it. When I look down to read the questions. So if you can, whatever comments people make, if you can do it, I think it looks better if I look forward. Absolutely. So right now we're thinking about bringing ICANN back sometime in January. We're just really honestly looking for the best candidates as possible, and we're just having a difficult time. Because I think we had planned to really come back a few months ago, but unfortunately, the people that we did have plans for, they were unable to commit to what they needed to commit to, so we can actually get everything done. So we're just waiting to make sure that we got the best clients to help with their weight loss. But we do plan on doing it sometime in January of this month. So it's going to happen, and I'm excited about it. I can't wait to do it again. Does anyone have any questions about cleansing? What did they say? We keep duplicating. What does that mean? Yeah, I have no. And they also say we keep pausing. So. Okay, it's lagging on Instagram. That's the only one. Okay. For whatever reason, Instagram seems to be lagging. Yeah, so maybe try some of the other applications we're on, which is Facebook and also YouTube. So definitely take a peek over there if Instagram is not performing as it should for you. Do you have an app to keep track of the cleanse and diet? We were developing one, but It hasn't been released just yet, but there is one coming out pretty soon that it's kind of like a cleansing buddy app that'll help motivate you, keep you going, ask you a bunch of questions, make sure you fulfill all the requirements that you have that day as far as the foods that you're consuming, the exercise that we want you to do throughout that 20-day experience, and just kind of overall making you stay on track.
Can you do the cleanse while working a 9 to 5?
Oh, absolutely. Probably one of the biggest confusing things that people think is that you're going to be going to the bathroom 10 times a day. Not really. You're definitely probably going to go more often than you're used to. So I always tell people, let's just say if you're a typical person that doesn't work on Saturdays and Sundays, what you should do is first start your cleanse on a Friday. And that'll give you a really, really good idea of what Monday will look like, because Saturday and Sunday could be those trial dates for you. And you can see how your body performs during that time period. And that time period is going to be a lot worse than what it's going to be on Monday, because it's been 48 hours since you've done the cleanse. So you'll definitely have a idea of what Monday's going to look like.
Also, can you do the cleanse while on a GOP?
Okay. So you got to pick a side when it comes down to it. You definitely got to pick a side. So as far as being on the weight loss medication, pick a side. The cleanse, if you look at what I can, let's say season 1, 6 months, Ja lost 162 pounds. He didn't take any GLPs. He didn't do any of those things. No medication. It was just straight him doing the cleanse and working out. What you can do naturally, you can accomplish way more naturally than you can accomplish taking any form of medication. And it's just absolutely true. So therefore, there's no risk of adverse effects, because a lot of these GLPs, if you know anything that's going on, they have more than 10,000 lawsuits. You don't want to be caught up in that vicious circle. This is something that you can do on your own, and we're here to help you every step of the way. So check out I Can Season 1, I Can Season 2, and you can see how people are losing these massive amounts of weight and doing it without any form of medication. So therefore, like I said, you don't get the effects of the side effects of taking those medications.
Try to answer the questions in a complete sentence.
Okay.
Because they're not going to hear me well asking the question.
Okay. You mean okay.
Yeah, like, can you take...
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay, I got you.
Okay. Can you do the cleanse while fasting?
Can you do the cleanse while fasting? So it's two kinds of fast. Is it a juice fast? Is it a fast where you're eating nothing? I need a little bit more information. Tell me what kind of fast it is, and I can tell you whether or not you can do it. If it's a juice fast, yeah, you can do the cleanse and do it that way. If it's a fast where you're not going to consume anything, I don't think that that's wise. I would definitely want you to eat something, fresh fruits, vegetables during your cleanse. If you do that, you will succeed. But if you're consuming nothing, your body's going to be too weak. And a lot of times people can't do that for 20 days. That's a long time.
Okay. From the I Can Challenge, has the participants kept the weight off?
I'm not sure about some of them. I know Ja has he's been working with himself. I think he's definitely gained some weight, but he kept a majority of it off. That's for Ja. I'm not sure about Onika. I haven't spoken to her recently. Kim. I'm not sure if Kim has kept it off, but I think she has. She's been pretty much keeping the weight off, still working out and doing all of that. And as far as what Ryan goes, I haven't seen Ryan up close and personal. Now, I know he told me he gained some weight back, but he hasn't gained all of it. It really, really comes down to this, you guys. If you go back to the same diet that helped you gain all of that weight and kind of gave you the to cleanse, you're gonna gain it. You're gonna gain it back. You're just gonna gain it back. It's just what it is. Now, if you make adjustments to your life and you everything that you've applied during the cleanse, and you're changing your diet and you're working out still, yeah, you can definitely keep the weight off. It's really up to you. If you go back to that same diet that made you overweight, it's gonna make you overweight again. Period.
What about pairing the cleanse with cool sculpting?
You can do that. You can do, okay, as far as cool sculpting goes, you can do that while you're doing the cleanse. That's, that's a different technique. I've seen people do it before. Whether or not it's effective or not, that's completely up to you, but you can do that while you're doing the cleanse. That wouldn't be an issue.
When is the new season of ICANN starting up on YouTube?
So the new season of ICANN will start sometime in January, probably the latter part of January, but we definitely plan on starting it. We have one young lady signed up right now. I'm looking for a guy that's willing, that I really honestly feel like can commit to the process and get this done. So they're not going to eat food. Oh, so they're going to juice. Okay. So the person that talked about fasting, if you're saying you're going to be on a food fast, I'm going to take that meaning that you're not going to consume food. But it sounds like you're still open to, I guess, juicing and things like that. If you're juicing, yes, you can do the cleanse. If you're not going to eat anything or juice or anything like that, I would just say that might be too much, because now we're talking about not eating for 20 days. That's a bit much. Your body definitely become weak, headaches, the whole thing is going to kick in. I wouldn't sign up for that. But like, again, if you do the Dherbs full body cleanse, what you can do, which is what's recommended, is that you eat fresh fruits, vegetables, raw nuts, and raw seeds throughout your 20-day experience. If you do that, you will succeed.
I don't like the pills at all, so I would have to juice.
Well, if someone's saying in the comments that they don't like the pills at all, some people feel that way. I personally don't. I don't mind taking the capsules, but if you are one of those people that's taking prefer not to take capsules, what you can do is you can open the capsules up, put it inside some juice or some liquid that you can have on the cleanse, and you can go about it that way. Now, those capsules and what's inside those capsules, it doesn't taste good. So it can definitely be very strong. Keep that in mind. But you can go that way if you want.
What's your favorite part about cleansing?
Probably my favorite part about cleansing is probably the same thing that Steve Harvey, his favorite part, is the mental clarity. God, and the fact that you wake up feeling so good and ready to tackle the world, the mental clarity and just the energy levels that you receive for doing the cleanse, those are my favorite. That's my favorite part about doing the cleanse.
For the contestants of ICANN, by the time they leave, do you think their mindset has changed enough to keep going, or do you worry they may revert back to their old habits?
I'm personally not worried, because I gave them every single tool that they need to succeed and the information. They got a chance. A lot of times these people have never, ever lost weight. They never lost weight. It's been the hardest thing in the world for them. And you're talking about like a situation like Ja, where he lost 162 pounds. You know how to do it now. You have a method, a proven system that will help you lose weight. So that alone, along with them, not, like I said, seeing them lose the weight and doing everything, they know exactly what to do. It's really, really up to them. It's completely up to them. to keep the weight off.
How many times should you cleanse a year?
That's a great question. As far as how many times should you cleanse a year? What it is that I would always tell people at least once. And what I mean by that is this. If you cleanse once, you know how your body feels, you know what your body's like as far as the way it moves, operates, and all those good things. You know when you're feeling good. You know what feeling good truly feels like. So therefore, when that begins to diminish, now it's time to cleanse again. If you feel that. So that's the feeling. So at least do it once so you know what feeling good truly feels like. So therefore, when your body, when that begins to diminish, you know what? Hey, let me cleanse again. But I would definitely say at least once a year, and I think you're good.
How many times do you cleanse a year?
I probably do it about 3 times a year. Okay. So someone asked me just currently, how many times do I cleanse a year? I usually do it between 2 to 3 times a year, every year. And just, I mean, it's just like it just keeps you right, keeps your high blood pressure right where it needs to be. It keeps diabetes off your back, keeps your weight down. All of those things you'll begin to see.
What's the difference between raw vegan and vegan?
Okay, so the difference between raw vegan and vegan is this. When you're raw vegan, that means you're only going to consume fresh fruits, vegetables, raw nuts, and raw seeds. So therefore, that's all you're going to do. So therefore, you can juice, you can have an apple, you can have a banana. We have raw food recipes on our website. Everything is uncooked, so therefore you can consume all the nutrients and all the minerals from those particular things that you're consuming. That's it. So now when you're vegan, that means basically you're not going to eat anything with any animal products whatsoever. And that's the difference.
What's your favorite raw vegan meal?
My favorite raw vegan meals for me, I love the lettuce leaf tacos. That's number one. And there's an amazing kale shake. Uh, you should definitely look online, try to find a raw kale shake. To me, nothing beats that. That's amazing.
Now, what are the best exercises while cleansing?
The best exercises while cleansing to lose weight, I would say cardio and just simple things like that. I would say, walking the Stairmaster. If you notice during I Can, the Stairmaster was a big part of their weight loss. That was a huge part of their cardio workouts and all of those good things. And then also, I would just say focusing on one body part per day and doing high reps. So therefore, if you notice on I Can, we would do reps of 25. So if we're curling, we would curl reps of 25. Whatever that amount of weight is, just to kind of fatigue that muscle, but also what it's going to do is tighten up your body as a whole. It's going to tighten you completely up, and it's going to help you get rid of that fat on your body. So cardio and then high reps as far as your workout goes in every area of your body, whether or not you're doing squats, whether or not you're doing chest, benching, and whether or not you're doing curls on your arms or any exercise, high reps.
What exercise should you avoid while cleansing?
So the exercises that I would avoid while cleansing are things where you're basically trying to bulk up, heavy squats. I wouldn't probably do that. I would do light squats, lots of reps. I wouldn't do heavy chest. I wouldn't do anything heavy where you're not doing reps of 25. That's what I'm saying. We want reps at 25 because we're trying to tighten up your overall body.
Okay. This person is named Gino MC. You may have covered this. However, I need to lose weight and cleanse. What is the best plan for me? The cleanse or the weight loss?
Okay, that's a good. Okay, so Gino, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you don't know his name.
Is it Gino with a J?
Okay, Gino, the best way. So the difference between the full body cleanse and the weight release cleanse. This is such a great question. The difference is this: if you have a weight issue, a thyroid issue, you're going through, obviously, it sounds like you're a man, so this wouldn't apply. Menopause, or you had a hysterectomy. All of those things can affect your weight loss. So if you don't have a thyroid issue as a man, I would move more towards the full body cleanse. Now, women, they have the other various issues, which is a hysterectomy. So therefore, you know what? You're going to have hormonal issues. Hormonal issues can prevent you from losing weight, definitely. So also, if you have a thyroid issue, a lot of women tend to have thyroid issues, not a lot of men. So therefore, that could, because your thyroid affects your hormones, so that could be a problem. So if you're a guy, most likely it's the full body cleanse. If you're a woman who don't have any of those things I just mentioned, then do the full body cleanse.
Does the full body cleanse affect your period?
Does the full body cleanse affect your period? It can. It can in this sense. So the whole point of the cleanse is to flush out all the impurities in your body. Now, the one reason why women tend to live longer than men, it's always between 5 and 10 years, is because they have a 6-channel of cleansing, and that's the vagina. The vagina can also remove debris from the body. And because they have that tool in itself, they tend to live longer than men. And a lot of times, whether or not you have a period or don't have a period anymore, it can be activated, believe it or not, and remove that debris from your body. So it can affect your period in a good way, as far as it removing more debris and eliminating fibroid tumors, uterary tumors, cysts, and things like that. It's a 6-channel of cleansing, so it can be affected. It is definitely possible, but it's not going to affect it in a negative way. It's going to affect it in a positive way, because it may activate it if it's not being, if you're already went through menopause. And if you haven't went through menopause, then you might notice a little bit more blood flow, a little bit more debris that actually is being released through that particular area of your body.
I already lost 30 pounds using a GLP. Why should I switch to an all natural remedy?
Well, the question is this: did the GLP affect you in any way? Because a lot of times people are saying it's slowing up his digestive process. It's slowing up as far as you going to the restroom. It's slowing up. And also, you need to know, for most GLPs, they're not really getting rid of fat. What it's doing is actually consuming your muscle. Muscle weighs more than fat, so it gives you the illusion that you're losing weight. What you're going to notice is this. So a lot of times they say you have God, what's the number one GLP? Okay. Ozempic. No, it's fine. Ozempic. So Ozempic, let's just say they have this thing called Ozempic face. Your face drops. And the reason why your face is dropping is because it consumes muscle. That's why everything drops. Your body drops. People are more or less skinny fat when they're on it. And that's just the way it is. So if you haven't been vastly affected in that way, you might be one of the people that can use it. But only you know what you went through to lose that 30 pounds. And also, you need to know this, and this is probably the more important thing. Once you stop taking it, it's coming back. It's coming back. And that's the problem with it all. That's the problem with it all. You haven't learned one single thing how to control your weight. Not one thing. All you knew is to take this injection or take this pill. That's it. That's all you knew. Take that. But on the other hand is this. Did you learn how to work out? Did you learn how to control your diet? Did you learn how to, okay, I'm not going to eat this? Did you learn discipline? You haven't learned one single thing. And to me, that's the biggest issue with all the GLPs. You haven't learned anything. You haven't learned anything to control your weight. The moment you stop taking that injection or that pill, it's coming back. And this is not me making this up. This is something you can easily go and read. Do your research.
Now, I heard that when you lose weight drastically, it takes up to a year for your stomach to adjust. Is that true?
I think it takes a year for your body to adjust for sure. I think you need to definitely keep the weight off. Your body needs to know that you're serious. Otherwise, your body is going to be like, hey, we need to gain it back. Nah, you need to definitely keep working on yourself. Keep adjusting your diet. Keep working out. You need to do all of those things to let your body know that you are absolutely serious about this weight change that you went through. I think it's absolutely true. And if I would love you, keep asking me questions. I'm going to be here as long as you guys want to keep me here. So as long as the questions keep coming, I will definitely keep answering the questions. And like I said, this is not going to be our first, our last time doing this. This is something we're going to try to do weekly so we can give out as much information about the Dherbs Full Body Cleanse and the Dherbs products as possible. That's a great question. So what's the maximum amount of times that you can cleanse in a year? I would say you can do as many cleanses as you want. This cleanse is not like any other cleanse. You're not drinking some weird concoction. You're not starving yourself. All you're doing is eating fresh fruits, vegetables, raw nuts, and raw seeds on the cleanse and working out. That's it. And the workout is not part of the cleanse. It's just something extra you can do. So you're just practicing healthy eating habits, and you're consuming herbs that's going to empower those particular organs to perform better. That's it.
What's the difference between a raw vegan diet and a keto diet?
Well, keto is trying to put your body, okay. So what's the difference between a keto diet and a raw diet? So when you're doing a keto diet, what you're trying to do is consume fat and eliminate all the sugar in your body. So therefore, a lot of times our body uses sugar for energy. So we want to eliminate all the sugar in your body. So therefore, your body realizes, hey, we don't have any sugar in it. What are we going to do now? You know what? We're going to have to consume fat to do this. So then the body it starts to use fat as energy so it can perform better. And that's what keto is all about. But the problem with keto is this. That means a lot of times, depending on what form of keto you're doing, I'm just going to talk about the basic one, where they want you to eat more fat. So therefore, you're eating meat. You can eat a little bit of vegetables, but you're basically milk, dairy. You're consuming everything that has more fat in it. The problem with that is kind of like keto to me is kind of like the new Atkins diet. And that's basically what the Atkins diet was all about, where you're going to consume more fat to force your body to consume fat because that's the only source of energy that's left. The problem with that is that you're going to get probably high blood pressure if you do it long enough. You're going to get you're going to have diabetes, health issues. All these things are going to begin to happen because you're not eating healthy. That's the problem. And when you're doing raw, you're basically eating fresh fruits and vegetables, raw nuts and raw seeds throughout your 20-day experience. And to be honest, that's going to lower your high blood pressure. That's going to lower your cholesterol level, because you only get high cholesterol when you consume animal products. That's it. So you're not going to get a high cholesterol level if you're eating vegetables. So that's the difference. You're eating a healthier diet that's going to put your body in a better situation. So therefore, it can perform on a higher level. And the keto diet is basically, it's kind of like you tricking your body and saying this is the only thing that you can eat because that's all you're consuming. So your body is forced to feed off the fat opposed to the sugar, because there is no sugar in your body. You're trying to put your body into ketosis, and that's really it. That's the difference.
Have you ever tried a no-carb diet?
I've tried them all. The reason why I've tried a no-carb diet, the reason why I've tried all of these things in the past, so I know how it feels. It's nothing like someone talking about something they haven't experienced. It's ridiculous. So I try to experience everything. So I've done a no-carb diet. I've put my body into ketosis, and it's not something that's very easy. For me, I would rather go raw. Me personally, I would rather go raw, and I think raw is easier than eating those things, because consuming meat on a daily basis like that is not something I normally would do. So it was very, very hard for me, but I did go through it.
From your experience, what are the biggest mistakes people make when they are on a raw vegan diet? That they're eating raw vegan, but they're making a mistake consuming certain type of things.
Okay, so probably the biggest mistake that happens when you're on a raw vegan diet is that you're not eating enough. So what happens is this: when you eat raw vegan, your body only alerts you when you need nutrition. So therefore, let's say if you ate McDonald's or fast food or things like that, what you notice is that after an hour of consuming those particular things, your body's hungry again, because there's no nutritional value in the things that you ate. So the thing that happens on the raw vegan diet is that since you're eating all these things that's so healthy for you, as far as fresh fruits, vegetables, and it has all the nutrients and minerals that you need, you find yourself eating less, and you always find yourself not as hungry as you were the day before. So therefore, I always tell people, even though you don't really feel like you're hungry, keep snacking, keep eating. It doesn't have to be big portions, just small portions of something, because I just don't want you to not consume anything, because that can put your body in survival mode. And if your body goes into survival mode, it holds on to every single fat that it will stop you from losing weight. So therefore, you got to keep eating.
How many cheat meals should I have a week or a month?
It depends on how long you're on the cleanse. So as far as how many cheat meals that you should have, I would only start a cheat meal. Let's just say if I needed to lose 200 pounds and I'm trying to do the same thing that they did on ICANN, the first 3 months, I wouldn't have one cheat meal. Maybe after 3 months, I would have a cheat meal then, because it gets a little bit harder for you to lose weight, because your body does tend to go in survival mode. So I would add a cheat meal just to shock your body, and jump right back on the cleanse afterwards. And if you notice during the ICANN challenge, that's kind of like what we did. I use it as a tool to just keep shocking your body. So I wouldn't do it for the first 3 months. And then maybe every other month after that, I would probably do one.
I live in Los Angeles. Do you recommend any raw vegan places?
Absolutely. So the raw vegan places that I would recommend in Los Angeles is this. You have Sun Cafe, which is in the Valley. They have a lot of raw food selection there. They're not really my favorite, but they are available if you're in the Valley. My favorite of all time is Wild Living Foods. Wild Living Foods is in downtown LA, and probably the one that I think also is great is the ILAC, and that's AULAC. ILAC, and they have a lot of great things on that particular menu. So if you're in the Los Angeles area, those are the three restaurants I would support, and they tend to have the best meals there. And like I said, my favorite is Wild Living Foods.
When you're not cleansing and in a raw vegan diet, what do you think is the best diet to be on?
A healthy one. I think everybody's body is different. I think that when we have to watch our sugar levels, we have to definitely, like I said, watch the carbs. Watch yourself not consuming so many carbs and things like that. If you want to consume meat, try to eat clean. Maybe have salmon, maybe vegetables, but maybe not so much rice, not so much mashed potatoes, not so much, because those are the carbs that you can consume that keeps your weight kind of off. And sometimes it can be difficult. Just don't go crazy. What I would do is more or less monitor. If you picked a certain way that you want to eat, monitor your weight. Say, okay, I weighed this at the beginning of the week. In 2 weeks, I weigh this. Is it the same? Do I like the way my body looks? What's going on with me? And if you like what's going on, then you continue that path. If you don't like what's going on with you and your body, then tweak it a little bit more. Keep finding that way of eating that works for you and your body.
What's a good workout for someone that has plantar fasciitis?
That's a tough one. So you said plantar what? Yeah. Plantar fasciitis. That's basic. When you have plantar fasciitis, that means there's something going on with the bottom of your feet, and it's hard for you to be active in doing things. I think first you gotta kind of get that under control, because it makes it definitely a lot. I don't know, because I haven't had that particular thing. So I don't know if the Stairmaster is good. I know when it comes to walking, it's a little bit harder, or you can even swim. So therefore you can do things like swimming. That's probably a great workout for you. Swimming. If you have a plantar fasciitis, do more swimming. More things like that kind of keeps you off your feet. Do we have a discount code?
We had a sale for the new year, but right now we can make one for the live.
Yeah, let's make one. Let's call it Live 2026. Yeah, so the new code that will be active after a few hours after this will be Live 2026. So if you're listening to the live, this is a code that you guys can use. You'll get 10% off of any of the Dherbs products. Really simple. Like I said, it's Live, all lowercase, 2026. And that will be active after today. That's it. Do we have any other questions?
What happened to the She Show? What was that?
She Show. What? I don't know. She?
Oh, the show. What happened to the show?
Which one? The ICANN show? Oh, nothing happened to the ICANN show. We just did two seasons. We did 2 seasons in 1 year. We plan on doing another 2 seasons this year. Like I said, it's going to start after probably sometime in late January, and we will continue. We're just looking for the best contestants. We've been having a hard time with people really committing to the process. So we need to see that commitment. If you're one of those people who need to lose weight, who's 100+ pounds overweight, let us know. Send us an email. You can send us an email either at info@dherbs.com. Send it there. We would love to hear from you. We would love to help you lose weight. We're here.
Let's give a 5-minute warning. Get your questions in.
All right. So we have 5 minutes before we're going to end this live. Definitely let me know. If you have any more questions, this is the time to ask. You know, remember, there are no dumb questions. The only dumb question there is not asking it. I'm here and willing to answer anything. So it does.
Somebody
Well,
was recovering from a torn ACL. They had the surgery 4 months ago.
mhm.
Go about exercising and losing weight.
So okay. So when it comes to exercising, so when it comes to someone who tore their ACL, first of all, a lot of times that you're dealing with some kind of therapy, I would definitely focus on that therapy and improving that ACL injury. You don't need me for that. When it comes to weight loss, 80% of weight loss is diet. It's really all about your diet. So if you can control your diet, you will definitely keep the weight off. So as far as the ACL injury, focus on your physician. Focus on the person that's giving you therapy to help strengthen that. Do all of those things that they're telling you to do. And remember, by doing the full body cleanse, it's going to help you keep that weight off because like I said before, 80% of your diet, 80% of your weight loss is through your diet.
Do you have your own workout program for people to follow?
We have never really put it out. This year, we're definitely going to share as far as the workout goes. So as far as the workout goes, we haven't really technically put it out. If you've watched the show and really focused on the show, you can kind of see what we're doing. But the reason why I haven't put it out is because all the workouts are really catered to the individual and what they need going on. It's based upon them, their body, and what I feel like their need. So everyone doesn't do the same workout. And that's the reason why we haven't shown it. If you want to know how to lose weight, definitely you're going to have to do cardio and you're going to have to change your diet, and the full body cleanse can help you with the dietary change. So like I mentioned before, and I really want to make this clear, exercising only represents 20% of weight loss. 80% is your diet. And by doing the cleanse and you focusing on the cleanse and doing the cleanse the way it's supposed to be done, as far as all the dietary stuff, that's going to really do the trick for you. That's going to help you lose weight. Any more questions? All right. That's pretty much it. We will be back next week, next Wednesday, and I will be back here answering more questions. Is today Tuesday? Oh, okay. See, I don't even know what day it is. That's pretty terrible. So we'll be back here next Tuesday to answer all your questions. And I'm going to keep doing this because I really want you guys to understand the cleanse and how to do it properly so you can benefit from that particular product. Have a wonderful day, and we're signing out.